made the decision to drop out of college. It's such a weird thing to say out loud because I never in a million years would have thought that I would one day be saying that. This quarter, I was the most organized, most on top of my crap. I was going to every single lecture, keeping up with my assignments. Actually, I would turn in my assignments a day early. That's how on track I was. And I'm so proud of myself for doing that. But one thing I realized was no matter how great I am in a quarter, every quarter is the same. Every quarter is supposed to be different. Different classes, different professors, different people in the classes, and you know, you're also in a different part of your life. I mean, granted, maybe it's only 3 months forward, but it's still, you're not in the same place as you were before. But every single quarter, I always hit the same exact point. Why am I doing this? Why am I here? Do I really want to do this? What am I doing it for? Even though my mental health got healthier, in a better state than it was a year and even 2 years ago, I was still going through the motions, and I don't want to do that anymore. One thing I realized about me making the decision to leave college was equivalent to me of making the decision to leave an unhealthy relationship. I worked so hard to grow, to change, to salvage the relationship. I worked so hard to make things work. Okay, I did everything in my power. I put my blood, my sweat, my tears. I was stressed and struggling every single day to make it work, to keep pushing forward. And it wasn't working. Why? Because it was practically a one-sided relationship, to be perfectly honest. I was putting and putting and putting and pouring into this institution, this relationship, and getting nothing back. Yes, they gave me the skeleton, but I put the meat on the bones. And my relationships and experiences, they got the blood pumping and flowing and making me feel alive and worth being here. I realized I was living with a form of survivor's guilt. I was telling myself, I need to be okay. I need to pursue this. I need to push forward and get this, even though I'm not necessarily content with it, because my family and I have been through too much. Why do I need to graduate to prove that I hit a milestone of success? Whose definition of success are we going off of? Because to me, everything that happened between 2016 to 2020, all the experience outside of the classroom that actually made an impactful effect on my life to help me grow, is way more than the accumulation of my grades to equal a degree. Honestly, if I got that degree, I would still have way more to offer that has nothing to do with my degree, because of the experiences that I have in life. What I have to say. I'm not saying I know everything. I'm not saying that I'm too good for college, because I still believe in education. I'm still gonna self-educate myself. I'm still gonna read. I'm still gonna look up articles. I'm still gonna do research. But that's what I've been doing my whole college life. I was obtaining information outside of the classroom to help me to get more out of it than what I was getting in the classroom. I left not because I failed. I left because I've grown. The whole point of an education is to learn and to grow and to use that knowledge to lift yourself up and to lift others up. And that's exactly what happened. So I'm okay, just because I'm not walking down or walking across the stage of college, right, and receiving a degree, I'm still walking across this new stage of my life. I've never been more excited to share this decision with others, with everyone, whoever wants to listen, in my life, except for one time. And I'm not gonna try to get preachy, I'm really not, but this is just my story. And I haven't been this excited since I heard the good news, since I got fired up to share the gospel with someone. And the reason being is because when I came to faith and when I accepted Christ into my life, it was life-changing because my story was literally being rewritten. I didn't have to feel shame or like I had something to prove anymore. I had someone to lean on when I just couldn't go anymore. And the fact that I got a second chance at life, that's gonna get me fired up, you know? And that's exactly what this feels like. It feels like I'm finally taking hold of the pen of my story, and I'm finally taking the first steps onto my own path. I'm not trying to wiggle myself into this hand-sewn skin that I've made for myself. I'm just gonna wear the one that I already have. It's gonna sound completely crazy to some people. Like, seriously, you were so close. A year and a half, easy money. I couldn't stand another week, another day in something that I knew wasn't serving me anymore. And the main thing I wanted to do with my degree was to reach people, to reach people's souls, to reach them in a way that they haven't felt reached out to before. I want to have deep conversations, and I know I'm not the only one that hates small talk. I want to know you, like the real you, not the mask that's put up, not the hand-sewn skin that you put over yourself. I want to know the real you, the raw you, and I want you to know me. I was realizing I was making all these excuses to rationalize the fact that my reality is not here anymore. It's not in school, and that's a hard thing. But I'm ready. If no one else is gonna come beside me, I'm okay with that. I really am. I can feel deep down that I was not meant to walk the conventional path. I had this feeling bubbling up inside of me saying that there's so much more out there for me. There's so much more that I feel like I'm being called to, but I'm keeping myself here. I'm purposely chaining myself to this institution, to this environment, to this goal. And in a way, yeah, it was security, right? I mean, how am I going to know if I'm secure in the future if I don't at least have this foundation? And that's totally rational. Why not live a movie? I was so tired of just playing with ideas, saying, what if I did this? What if I dropped out of college? What if I spoke across stages and gave TED Talks? Maybe not right now, but in the future, why can't that be a goal of mine? This sounds crazy. And they're just like, you know what? She dreams too much. She dreams too big. Okay, maybe I do. The one thing that quarantine has been teaching me, and the movies I've been watching recently, and the articles and books I've been reading, life is temporary for everyone. Anyone. I could go at any moment. If you really think about it, you don't know if it's gonna be a regular day. So many people all over joke about dropping out of college. They joke about, yeah, I'm just gonna drop everything and I'm gonna go pursue what I really want to do. I'm going to school for engineering, but I want to be in the culinary arts. I want to go pursue this or that. And then they laugh awkwardly, and then they go back to studying. I was done joking about it because I knew deep down I was serious, and I am serious, and I'm still serious, and I'm gonna do it. Maybe it's crazy to think that every step that I take, I'm not worried about it because I'm confident enough and have enough faith to know that I'm gonna end up where I need to be. I feel alive for the first time. I feel like I actually have a shot at living fully, living wholesomely, living. I'm not saying I'm trying to pursue a book-worthy or movie-worthy life, but I'm saying, why can't I have exciting things like that? Why can it only happen to other people? Well, you can have it happen to yourself if you want to, if you really want to. Usually, when I'm hit with new and change, I'm filled with anxiousness, okay? Even if I know it's gonna be harmless or successful. But when I thought about the idea of leaving college, I had none of that. I had no anxiousness. I had excitement. I had determination. I was on fire for whatever I was going to be pursuing. Because I knew That's where I belonged, and this is something I really had to get off of my chest because it couldn't fit in the pages of my journal anymore. I had to speak about it. This is to past me, this is to present me, this is to future me, and you know, it's to anyone that's watching that might need to hear this, you're doing great. I just hope that you pursue the life that you want, you pursue the life that you know you deserve. It's not selfish. It's not. And believe me, all the people that matter in your life, all they're gonna want is for you to be happy, safe, and stable. Anyone can take control of their life. It's not gonna be easy. I'm not saying that at all. I still have so much to grow, so much to learn, but baby steps are still steps forward. And that's one thing I'm pursuing is growth. Growth and connection. So if you want to come along and witness the good, the bad, the journey, then come on in. Why just what if? How about why not?